Good morning, everybody. It's Tracy, and here I am in my dressing gown having my second cup of coffee and loving having to do all these videos. And I'm supposed to be looking after that. Okay. Yeah, so if you can hear something, it might be the heater that's on. And I'm going to do a VR to SparkleDivineTarot. She did a My Tarot Personalities, and I've done it a little bit differently. So she's asked us to choose 5 decks that we think portray our tarot personalities, and I've watched a couple. Dead Cheeky did one, and Meadowlark Mystic Renee did hers as well. And I thought I wanted to add a different, I just wanted to add another element to the tarot. So once I've actually chosen my decks that I feel sort of show my personality, I wanted to ask the question to the deck, what do you think, what is my tarot personality, by actually asking the deck. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I've already done it. I've already asked the question. I'm not going to put you through that painful situation of waiting for me to shuffle and ask the question. So I've already done it ahead of time. I've got them here, and we're just going to get straight into it after I've had some coffee. And over there, sitting over there, is lovely Joe. Okay, so we're going to get into it. I'm going to put my coffee cup there. Now, so the first one I have chosen is the Wild Unknown. The Wild Unknown, I feel, is... I didn't really gel with this deck in the beginning. It's an amazing deck. I'm just going to say it. Absolutely, everybody knows what the Wild Unknown is. It absolutely flooded the market with such popularity because it was so different. It was so creative, and Kim Kranz is just such a creative soul, an amazing artist. But anyway, I could go on about that. But yeah, I didn't gel with it at first, and so I thought, I held off. But anyway, so I asked the question, what is my tarot personality? And this is what the Wild Unknown decided to share with me, is the King of Cups and the 8 of Cups. I feel that this is saying there is a lot of emotional depth to me. Maybe, I tend to not want to go towards this kinds of situations, but in my life I have done that. I have gone through that period of my life and just gone right through to the other side. So I sort of feel like I'm not afraid, even though the actual kind of situation might seem a bit confronting, and I deal with it in quite an emotional kind of way. There is a lot of emotional depth to me that I don't tend to show a lot of people unless you're really, really close to me, that I will show that. And there's a certain amount of trust. So, and if there is a situation, then I will walk away. There is no qualms about it, and I will leave it there. I will not... I think through maturity as well, I think that's what that King of Cups is saying, Father of Cups is saying, that, over time, you will get to a point where you can just walk away from those situations, and you won't need to revisit it. It's done. It's done. There's no going back. Okay. Moving on to the next one is the Goddess Tarot. The Goddess Tarot, I just have it here because I did videos last night. This surprised me, actually, and it's not really a surprise when I sort of know myself, but I got the Princess of Pentacles. There's a lot of glare on these cards. The Princess of Pentacles. isn't she so seductive? That's one of my one of my issues is, if there's like something shiny, I'll be there going, what? So, I do tend to get seduced by whatever it may be. It might be a piece of art or, the Pentacles, she is, very much of this earth and likes to luxuriate, I'd say. That is one of my parts of my personality. I do like to luxuriate. And I'd like to do it a lot more if that was the case. I would possibly do that. Absolutely. But as we know of the Pentacles, you do need to keep on going. You can't really stay there, even though, there is a slow plodding. If you think about the Rider-Waite, there is a slow plodding. I mean, she is just gazing at that pentacle going, oh my gosh, aren't you beautiful? And there's all this lushness and flowers and green grass, and there's birds in the sky, and I really like to absorb the elements when I'm outside, and I really, really dig just being in the sunshine, or going to the ocean, or I'm not really expressing it properly. But, as a Taurus sun and a Capricorn moon, I really, really dig the earth. I really dig the earth. I think she's pretty cool. Alright, moving on. We have the Dreaming Way. Now, I sort of mentioned in my video that I did last night about my deck modifications. I'm not going to call this my soul deck because I don't really know what that actually means. But it's a deck that I feel closely bonded to. So I don't know if that determines it to be a soul deck. I don't know, but anyway. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. I do get stuck. I definitely do get stuck. Like, she is, seriously, like, there are other elements there. She is an otherworldly angel trying to unravel all that mess. And I sort of feel frustrated at times where you can see how, and it's so easy to look at things from an outer perspective when you're not in the problem, and you're saying, oh, you could do this and you could do that, but fully when you're within yourself and you're in the problem, you've made such a bullshit of a mess. It's a serious mess, and you have to sit there and you have to go through that mess. You have to untangle it, and it takes time. And I think that's been a really good part of my journey so far, of like taking responsibility, really taking responsibility for the crap that you've made, and you're just going to sit down and you're going to do it. You're going to untwine it. You're going to unravel it. You're going to look at it. That's the big thing, looking at it. Because it's not pretty. When you're thinking of that Princess of Pentacles, there's no way she could be dealing with something like that. She'd go, no, there's too many shiny things. Let's just move on to the other shiny thing. But no, this is saying, yeah, that's okay and it's time and place, but seriously, we need to get to this stuff, because it may have been like that for a while. So I think it's part of maturing, part of dealing with stuff, saying, yes, I am an adult. I'm not always going to be the Princess of Pentacles, that gets to float around and looks at flowers and blah, blah, blah. There is this other aspect of your life that you need to deal with. okay? And then the wheel will turn and it'll be all good, baby. Yeah, I really like that. The next deck that I absolutely love, it's not classed as a tarot deck. It is, I think it's just a fun deck. It's like an oracle deck. And if anybody sort of that's been following my channel or anything like that would know, I absolutely love, illustrative work, comics, this type of art just really, really resonates. So this is the Food Fortunes deck, and I'll just show you the cover so you know what I'm talking about. This is by Josh Lafayette. It came out a couple of years ago, but as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. It was just seriously cool, funny, great sense of humour, and I do feel like I have a very warped kind of sense of humour, and it doesn't come out a lot, and it does sort of get all mismatched and blended and combined and chucked together, and I tend to sort of roll with that. I like to taste things that may not really appeal to others, but I'm willing to give it a go. I've changed the way that I live my life as well. Being a vegan is something that was a big shift for me. And it doesn't always look pleasant, but it tastes good. And like there's all these different paths. I like to go off and explore all these different paths that may be slightly untravelled, not as, shined upon, and it might be a little bit off the beaten track and you don't know where you're going, but hey, that's what it's about. I like to think I'm a lot more adventurous than perhaps than what I am. I think there is definitely room for me to be more adventurous, but as life, and this is what life, you make of life, and it's what the decisions that I have made, these are all personal decisions, and this is where I am right now. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to be staying here forever, but there are certainly different places that I would like to explore. So I'm adventurous. I'm not just always that little Princess of Pentacles. And then the last but not least, if you don't know what my firm favourite is, ever since I got it at the end of May, so I made a bit of a botch up in my June, July favourites, gratitudes video, because I was trying to remember. I mean, gosh, come on, it wasn't that long ago. It was the end of May that I received this deck, and we're in the beginning of July, and it's a firm favourite. I've already said that I will not be getting rid of this deck at all, is the Deviant Moon. And this is the card that I got when I asked what my tarot personality is. Got the Ace of Wands. So that creative spark, that birth of something new and gorgeous. This is seriously a very gorgeous depiction of the Ace of Wands, and I love my creativeness. This is something that I have birthed at the end of 2016, and it's been a gorgeous journey, and obviously there is more to come, because she's holding this precious little bundle, this little snap pea in a pod, and she's got the fire, and there's all these elements around her, and she's just absolutely stunning. So there is so much beauty coming forth. That's what I sort of feel like, this, and she's a moth kind of, I don't know, what do you want to call her, an angel? Or people have called her like, Gaia, Mother Earth, which is totally something that I can relate to. But, oh my gosh, this deck has just spun it for me. It really has spun me on my head as like how I can relate to what's inside of me. And I feel like that's what my art does for me, and how I'm attracted to this art now, whereas before, I know I've said it before, but there was such an aversion. I had such this, oh my gosh, no, put up the stop sign. No, I'm stopping. There's no way I'm moving forward from getting this deck. And then something changed. Something changed where I had another look. I certainly wasn't stuck in this space where I'm just going, writing it off. There was this change, and I sort of feel like that's what art has done for me. It has opened up this space inside of me I didn't know existed. And when you're dealing with creative people that have made this deck, have created this, I mean, all these decks is because someone created it, and I'm holding it in my hand. It's just phenomenal. So I think that's what I really, really enjoy about my art side of myself, is this, it's unfathomable of where I can go, my potential. And it's something I've never really had before. I've never really sort of seen myself like that before, as an adult anyway. You know, as a child I was very much into athletics, and, you know, and it was just something I thought I could do forever, but you can't do forever because you get older and you move on. And but that was certainly a big aspect of my life, sport, and very, very grateful that I could do that. But yeah, art is just, oh my gosh, it's phenomenal what you can do, where it comes from, if you sit with it, you know. And like that card, she is holding that wand, baby. She is just going, you've got it, you've got that spark, you can birth it. Wow, this is super, super cool. I'm going to leave the link to SparkleDivineTarot, to this super cool tag that she's done. I really enjoyed her video. There are so many creative souls. This is another thing I just want to say very, very quickly. So many creative souls out there, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all you creative souls. And it sort of irks me that people say, oh, I don't know how to do that. I was one of those people. But it's all about intention, it's all about taking time, it's all about development, and it's not going to be like that. Some people are naturally gifted, yes, hallelujah. But seriously, from someone that knew how to do a stick person to how I've progressed, it's just that application, and that's that time and time and time and time and time. Spend the time, baby, and things will happen. So I'm going to say thank you so much for putting up with this look, this morning coffee look, and I appreciate you being here, and I hope you can join in on this spread. And Joe says, see you later. And I will say, see you later, and I'll see you next time. Bye.